Hi, this is IK Tutors. We are about to do a problem in algebra. It's called complete the square and factor. So it's dealing with quadratic equations, and this is a problem that's been requested from one of our clients. So let's get into it. Okay. So as you see here on the left, we have a listing of partial quadratic equations. Or we're missing that third term. If you see this right here on the top, this ax squared plus bx plus c. Those are the three terms of the normal format of the quadratic equation. If you look at 21, you see that that third c term is missing. So what they mean by completing the square is to find that third c term and add it to it. The way we do that is with this formula right here, one that I'm pointing to. If you look over to the right, I'm pointing to this formula: c equals b over 2 squared. We take the b value, plug it into the formula, compute the c value, and then we're able to complete the square, or as they say, add that missing c value. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to do all five of these in one shot. We're going to collect all the b values and so on and so on. So let's get them. 21, the b value, as you can see, is 12. For 22, it's minus 14. For 23, it's 21. 24 is minus 1. And 25 is minus 13. Now we're going to go ahead and compute the c values for all of them in one shot, right? For 21, it's going to be 12 over 2. For 22, it's going to be minus 14 over 2. We're just plugging in the b values. See the formula? The b value goes in the numerator. We're just plugging those in. For 23, it's 21 over 2. For 24, it's negative 1 over 2. And for 25, it's negative 13 over 2. Now, before we go ahead and add that c value, i.e. complete the square, we're just going to check the fraction inside the bracket to see if it simplifies to a whole number. For 21, it's 12 over 2. That turns into 6, so that works. Okay. If it doesn't simplify, we're just going to leave it as is. For 22, it's negative 14 over 2, which is negative 7, so that's a whole number. Okay. For 23, it's 21 over 2. That doesn't simplify, so it stays. For 24, also stays, and 25, it also stays. Right. Now we can go ahead and we're going to complete the square by adding that missing value of c. We have all our c values in our table to the right. Now we're just going to add them. So for 21, the c value is open bracket 6 close bracket squared. We're going to put the c value in exactly that form. We're not going to square it or anything. We're just going to put it in it with the brackets and the square on the outside. For 22, it's plus open bracket minus 7 close bracket squared. For 23, it's plus open bracket 21 over 2. I'm getting these c values from the table. Close bracket squared. For 24, it's plus minus 1/2, close bracket squared. And for 25, it's plus open bracket minus 13 over 2, close bracket squared. So we just completed the square. Now the next step is to factor. You see it says complete the square and factor. So because we use this formula to create the third term, the c value, right? And when we added it to this, we created something called a perfect square trinomial. So with a perfect square trinomial, one of the special and great things about it is that it's super easy to factor, right? And why is it? Because they're perfect squares, but more so, let's factor this like we normally do. We know that if we're going to factor a quadratic equation, we're going to have two binomial factors there, right? However, for a perfect square trinomial, the two factors are identical, right? So let's go ahead and factor this and you see what I'm talking about. So for the variable, we know it's going to be x on both of them. And now, because of the perfect square trinomial, the term and the sign are going to be the same for both of them. Where do we get that from? The parenthesis right here, where the c value is, that's a positive 6, so we get a plus 6 here and a plus 6 here. So you see they're identical, right? So that means that we don't have to write two brackets. We can write this out as simply x plus 6 squared. We don't need two brackets. So that's what we're going to do for the rest of them, because we know for all of these, they're going to be identical factors. So instead of putting two sets of brackets, we're going to put one set of brackets squared, right? For 23, one set of brackets squared. For 24, one set of brackets squared. And for 25, one set of brackets squared. Now all we need to do is put the terms inside the bracket. So for 22, we have the variable is x. When we look inside the bracket here, we see that it's -7. Done. For 23, the variable is x. Look inside the bracket, we see we have a plus 21 over 2. Done. For 24, variable is x. Look inside the bracket, we have a -1/2. Done. Okay. And finally, for 25, the variable is b, and we look inside the bracket, we have -13 over 2. Done. So we just factored all 5 of them, and this is the answer. So our complete answer for them is we completed the square by adding the c value, and then we factored it. So the answer for 21 is this, completed the square and the factor of it. The answer for 22 is this whole thing. The answer for 23 is this whole thing right here. The answer for 24, this whole thing right here. And the answer for 25 is this whole thing right here. So I hope this helped, guys. If it did, please remember to like and subscribe so we can continue providing these helpful videos. And I will see you on the next question. Have an amazing day.